Well, this is how it came packaged up. There is no fancy packaging or anything like that. Wow. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, guys. This is one of already the nicest cases I have ever seen. It has the similar sort of design that you see on a Mac Pro case or on the Pro Display XDR, and it's cut out literally exactly like it as well. There's a mesh backing too, and the finish of the cutting out is absolutely fantastic. I have got the space black version here. They also do a silver version. I think I would have actually preferred the silver version just to match the sort of silver that you get with any other sort of Mac machine. It has a blue tinge to it though, for sure. There's definitely like a purpley blue tinge to the metal. But holy moly. I wanted to show a quick color comparison between the space black MacBook Pro and the case itself. You can see the case here. I feel like in real life there isn't as much of a difference, but on video, you can really see there is much more of a blue tinge to the case. But in real life, they're actually closer than you think. They match really well, surprisingly, but on video, you can definitely tell there's a difference. I feel like the video pronounces the difference a lot more. So to give you some perspective, this is my current case on the left. This is the CH160, which is a fantastic PC case, by the way. It's a very impressive budget PC case. Quality, fit and finish obviously is not going to be as good as this new one that I've just got, but I think if you're looking for a budget PC case, yeah, this is very, very good. You can see when it comes to the size, they're actually quite similar. They're not too far off from each other. The Mac Pro case is a bit taller, only by a few millimeters. If we bring it down, you can see it's really not that much of a difference in height, but the width, there is definitely quite a bit of difference. The Mac Pro case is narrower, and you can see as well the color. I mean, I'm hoping you guys can see it. On the left, I would say that's an actual black PC case, and this one is supposed to be space black, matching the sort of color that you get with a space black MacBook Pro or something similar. The front fascia of that Mac Pro case is something special, I'm not going to lie. With all of the side panels and the top and everything being ventilated, that's going to help a lot when it comes to cooling. I'm actually just going to port over all of the parts I currently have in my PC build into this new Mac Pro case. So what is exactly the aim here? Well, I'm a huge PC gamer. I play nearly every single day. It's a good way for me to do something other than just work, really, and it's also a good way for me to socialize with friends. The issue is most PCs are just downright ugly. They're actually hideous. Most PCs don't really look that great. And also, I'm not a fan of the sort of gamery aesthetic and all the RGB and stuff. It just looks like you've had a unicorn vomit all over your computer. I like my stuff looking clean, minimal, and aesthetic. And thankfully, it is becoming more and more common to see PC cases that are fitting that style. Fractal makes some awesome looking PC cases, and the formed T1 is also a very popular compact case. I wanted something that literally looked like it could come from Apple, not in terms of just styling, but also build quality. So I came across this case from a company called Mac Pro. Not gonna lie, I wasn't too hopeful because I haven't really heard of them before, and they're not exactly a big company. I took a risk and I bought the Apollo SE version 2, and surprisingly, it actually came within 3 days. I bought it on the Monday and I got it on the Thursday. So that was a good start. What drew me to this case in particular was the design of the front panel, which imitates what we see on a Mac Pro and the back of the Pro Display XDR. Some people will love it, some people will hate it, but I love it. I think it's a very unique design. But what is also interesting is that it was clearly designed for good airflow with how the whole case has ventilation. Every panel has holes in it for airflow. The side panels, the front panel, and the top panel are all toolless, which makes it a lot easier to build in and just take apart. The fit and finish of everything is absolutely top notch. The tolerances are some of the best I've seen for a PC case. Though there is a pretty ugly Mac Pro plaque on the back, which thankfully you can remove quite easily. Building in it, I'd say it was average. It's not particularly easy, but also not too hard. I probably wouldn't recommend it for someone who's building a PC for the first time. I'm simply porting over my old build, which had has the AMD 7800X3D and a 4080 Super. By the way, this Asus ProArt card that I have is pretty good looking, one of the better looking aftermarket cards when I usually like to stick with the FE cards. The layout itself is a sort of upside down layout, so the GPU is at the top with the motherboard rotated. For airflow, I have the case pulling in fresh air from the front and the top. Under load, the CPU and the GPU temps are really good, pretty much what I expected. I think I could probably make it even better by adding an additional fan on the back to push out any hot air. There's just one major problem with this case, and it's not to do with the design of the build or anything like that, it's to do with the price. It is, well, this one that I have here cost me $380. That is a lot of money for a PC case. When most PC cases are less than $100, the CH160 case that I was using previously only goes for around $60 to $70, and that's a fantastic case. But naturally, with that sort of price tag, you're not just paying for a PC case, you're paying for the build quality, the materials, the design. And I think for $380, that is quite steep. Most people, it really doesn't make sense to spend that much money on a PC case. But for me, because I was looking for a specific style, a specific build, specific sort of quality of case, there isn't really much else on the market. This very much is targeted towards people like me who are just willing to spend quite a bit of money to have something that looks quite special and unique. Would I recommend it? Well, that really depends on you and what you prioritize, what you think makes it worth to spend that sort of money on a PC case. Like I said, if you like the design and stuff and the build quality, you will love this case. But if you don't really care about that sort of thing and you just need it to look clean, there are definitely much cheaper PC cases out there. Like I said though, my aim was to build something that looks like it could have come from Apple, and I think this achieves that. Now, I just wish I could put Mac OS on it because I hate Windows. I can't stand Windows, but to play all of my games, I need to use Windows. So just before I finish the video, I wanted to run you guys through my gaming setup because I'm sure I'll get some questions. Gaming setup here, work setup over here, gaming setup over here. The PC's in the corner, sitting there. I'm using LG's dual refresh rate monitor. I can't remember the exact model name. This is the one that does 240 Hertz and 480 Hertz OLED. So it looks absolutely amazing. For gaming, this monitor is fantastic. 32 inches in size. I do think it's quite big at 32 inches. I would have preferred a 27-inch monitor. I just think for fast-paced shooters like Overwatch, which is what I play mostly on this setup, a 27-inch monitor would be better. When it comes to peripherals, I'm still using the Corsair HS80 wireless. This headset is fantastic, and the microphone on it as well is amazing. I always get compliments on my microphone quality when I'm in game. Keyboard is the Wooting 80HE, I think it is. I have the Logitech MX Creative Console there, which I primarily use for shortcuts and things. Really good actually, it works fantastically well. The mouse that I'm using is the G305, Logitech G305. Simple, does the job for me. Haven't really had any need to upgrade from this. I'm also just using the ULX leather mouse pad, which works surprisingly well. It's very, very smooth. The mouse does glide quite nicely over it. I'm sure like a glass trackpad might be better. Oh, and the wallpaper, my palette wallpaper pack. If you guys want to support the channel, make sure to check that out as well. Obviously have my PS5 controller and my PS5. I'll be honest, my PS5 is barely used. I'm primarily just gaming on my PC now. I do use my Steam Deck as well, but I don't think I've touched my PS5 for a few months now. Yeah, that is my gaming setup. Oh, actually, one thing I completely forgot to mention was the light bar. This is the Xiaomi light bar, and that is the control dial for it. So it's completely wireless as well. Well, obviously it's powered by USB. But yeah, this is an awesome light bar. Would highly recommend it. But yeah, that's my gaming setup.